Hey everyone, I'm Garrett Dow, KD6KPC, owner, creator of repeaterbook.com, and just wanted to send out a little quick message. I was reminiscing a little bit this week. I just took the general class exam and passed it, and it's official. It's on the website. I'm a general now. Why is it taking me so long? Well, the reason why I upgraded to it was I've been trying to test all the repeaters on all the bands, and I couldn't test 10 meters because the repeater segment of the 10 meter band is above the technician class privileges, so I had to upgrade, and a buddy of mine said, just take the general. Well, I actually took the general back in 1995 and passed it. Got the CSCE, but back then, 5 words per minute code, and I just couldn't get it done. Never went in to take the test. Just didn't put enough time into practicing the code. Life gets in the way. I was 21 years old, so I just never got it. But I just got it. So I was licensed first in 1992 at the age of 18, and so this is the reminiscing. I was thinking back to when I was 17, and I was in a Boy Scout troop, and I was living in Lancaster, California, and my leaders, they invited somebody to come in and teach us amateur radio. And the name of the man who taught us was Dan Sherwood. Dan Sherwood taught us ham radio correctly. In fact, I've been an AVARC instructor. I've taught people ham radio, and I follow his example using the Now You're Talking book and actually teaching the theory. And that's what Dan did. He taught the theory, and I learned it. And that test was so easy, and it has served me so well as an amateur radio operator ever since. Again, when I teach it, I taught it just like him over the course of several weeks, one night a week, read the book, come back, I'll explain it. And every single person I've ever sent to the class has passed. And I think, or to a test, to a VE session. And I think the same was true for Dan in our group, that everybody, a lot of people, mostly, I think I was the only kid, but all the leaders took their test, 4 or 5 guys, including my dad, took the exam and passed. And then I joined the Antelope Valley Amateur Radio Club. What a great club. I hope they're just as good today as they were then. Would go down to the clubs at Lancaster City Hall, the meetings. They had the repeater 146.73 on Hauser Peak. Fantastic guys. I was really active. They really welcomed me in to the club and to the culture. And man, that has taken root. So, I decided to go on the Antelope Valley Amateur Radio Club website today. And here it is. Here's their website. And it looks like they still meet at, they meet at the Quartz Hill Library now, it looks like. But they're still active on 146.73 on Hauser Peak, my favorite repeater. Great coverage of the whole Antelope Valley and covers Highway 14 down towards Los Angeles. Great for commuters. So I was kind of going through this, and I wondered, Dan Sherwood's still around. And so I looked here at their short circuit, and that's the same name that the newsletter was back when I was going there 30 years ago. And look, there's Dan Sherwood, W6DAS. Dan is still around. Love you, Dan. And then I noticed Keith Hoyt, K6GXO. I can't believe it. Keith, awesome to see your call sign and that you're still active. So Keith was, I don't know if you still are, but man, you were the keeper of the repeater back then. You were always on the Hauser Peak repeater. So what a great repeater. So, reminiscing back, I'm like, you know what? I live now up in the Portland, Oregon area. And I thought, I should rejoin the club. And hopefully you'll let me do that, even though I can't come to a meeting, I can't check into the net, but I just want to support the AVARC for what they did for me and my ham radio venture. I have enjoyed it. Absolutely love it. Ham radio has been a great hobby for me. I noticed on the website too, when I first launched Repeater Book back in 2006, AVARC put my website, a little tiny website on the on their webpage, and look, it's still there. It's still there. I love you guys. So hey, I'm gonna get a hold of you. I've got to send in my membership if you'll let me do it. And if you still do name tags, if I can get a name tag, I want to get a name tag. So, hey, 73, thank you so much. Bottom of my heart for everything. Dan Sherwood, AVARC. I know there's some other guys I knew there. His name was Click. Man, he was my Elmer droopy drawers antenna. Taught me how to build that. Let me hear HF. Man, he was wonderful. Wonderful people in the old AV. So, hey, 73.